think no, it can't be. No, I think something's wrong. We're definitely not live. I'm just gonna sit here as if I'm not live and say some really ridiculous things because there's no way I could possibly be live. So let me talk about some really personal things out loud while I'm definitely not actually live. Let me go ahead and reveal all kinds of personal info. No, wait, I am live. Shoot. I better not. I better go ahead and keep that right on the down low. Wow. Keeping up with the tradition of the most recent events, which is going live more often, I am live more often. And today, Rotzilla in the house, D-Worm, just my offering of coming to hang out with the community and interacting, not only with you all, but you all with you all in the comments. So you can interact with each other, you can interact with me, if that's even something that's important to you, which, let's be honest, it shouldn't be, right? There's so many other cool things to do. So many other things. T-Nath is here for the live, so I guess officially I am live if T-Nath is here. So I know that I'm here personally for this. This is why I'm here. Now, some of you are here for other things. This is what makes me exist right now on this live. And while I collect, and my hobby, that's what I'm here for. Jim Thompson in the house. Jim, I don't know if you really catch lives usually. Jack W, hello from Crystal River. How's Crystal River going, man? There's so much construction over there. It's kind of annoying to drive through, isn't it? It's terrible. Don't worry, they're going to be done soon with the construction, though. Not. That was a not joke. Not. Greetings from Washington State, says T-Nath. Well, greetings from Florida, the home of reptiles, heat, mosquitoes. What else we got? All kinds of weird things over here, right? Things that we shouldn't have. Yeah. Iguanas. There's iguanas here. You got drop iguanas. Starts getting cold. Iguanas can't handle it. They drop out of the trees onto people. And no, they do drop. They do drop when they get cold. That's a true story. But I don't think it's like they drop onto people on purpose. They just happen to be under the tree that the iguana was on. Bada bang. A show about nothing. That's the plan today. We're just going to do a show about absolutely nothing because that makes sense in my mind. Nothing does. So I think that we should go ahead and not have any kind of sort of script. We should just go off the cuff and just bada bing, bada boom. Maybe have some coffee in the afternoon time because that's important to keep yourself awake when you become an adult, right? Or exercise, I guess, is important too. But if you're not exercising, you might have to have some coffee. Let's put this copper over a little bit. There we go. Let's get into the shot. Okay, I'm totally missing the chat, though. Sailor Stacking, hey, y'all. Brent says, U.S. Mint still hasn't shipped my subscription proofs. Well, I doubt they're going to be shipping today, Brent, so you're going to have to hold your breath all day until at least Monday. So start now. Big breath in. And hold it until Monday. At least. But I think that if you're on the subscription plan, I think you should be fine. There's, what's it called? There's like 450,000. What is the mintage on those? It's a lot. I think you're going to be totally okay on those. Totally okay. David says, good morning from a secret right-wing conclave in California. Wow, that has to be Northern California, Dave. Wow, congratulations. Well, welcome. Scotland calling. Raymond, are you really in Scotland? Wow, look at that. Thanks for coming by here, Raymond. Lenny Thompson, good morning from Socialist Oregon. Oh, no, not Oregon, too. No. Oh, man. Mike Brewer's in the house. Mike, how's it going? I guess no coin shows are going on today because Mike Brewer is here. I got a little, can you see that right there? That little red thing on my computer screen in the background? It says heat warning. Heat warning is to be advised right there. Stay in the shade today or don't go outside at all. You could be boiled alive. Yeah, wow. Home of the Pythons. That's the Florida, huh? Love bugs. Yeah, it's not really love bug season right now, but we get love bugs occasionally, yeah. I feel like when I was younger, I saw love bugs more. And now that I'm older, they don't seem to be as popular. I mean, there's certain times of the year where they come out, but even then, they don't seem to be like the plague like they used to be. Maybe they're going away. Who knows? Oh, Jimmy says, greetings from Boston. Boston's in the house. Jim Thompson, I've missed a lot lately. Daughter and granddaughter have been visiting, and I've been hanging with them. Well, that's just fine and dandy. That's what's important. That's what's really important in life, right, Jim? Let's be completely honest. What else? So let me see in the chat right here. We got like 45 in here right now. Good strong number for just a completely random live. Go ahead and just put a number 1 in the chat. A number 1 if, hold on, wait. You're just gonna put a number 1 for no reason. You gotta listen to the if. Hold on. Put a number 1 into the chat if you actually purchased those proof Morgan and Peace dollars. Only if. Go. I was actually pleasantly surprised with those. I think that, I've been critical on things that the United States Mint has done in the past, as far as their website, as far as some of their coins having nicks and dinks and stuff. And I did see some of that in the comments section on that video when I did the unboxing. There's some people had nicks and dinks in theirs. So I guess it's not like, the Mint was just totally on their game 100%. But, you're going to have some problems with coins here and there. It is what it is. They cannot all be 70s. But for me, I was pleasantly surprised with everything. The subscription thing was great because I didn't have to fight anybody that day on that kind of release. I got them. That was nice. The coins came out looking nice, as far as the condition goes. And then the proof features, the proof look of the coin was really good. I wanted to almost stop the video and just take a look at them because I don't know if you could tell my excitement from that video, but I was like, man, those are really, really good looking coins. So, you don't get that a whole lot from the United States Mint, throughout the year, but that particular time I was like, man, those are breathtaking. Those were nice. So, all right, let me see. We got a decent amount of 1s and 0s. Looks very matrixy right now in the chat as far as people getting the proof Morgan and Peace dollars or not. I was thinking, so Monster says he just got the piece. I was thinking if somebody did like a run on only one of them, let's say like, I don't know, 100 people just went lopsided and got like the max amount, or maybe 5, because I think the max amount's infinite right now. But let's say they got 5, Peace dollars only each. Eventually you're going to run out of the Peace dollars before the Morgan dollars, theoretically. And then there's going to be like a little bit of a, demand issue, right? Is that how it's going to go? I think a majority of people are probably going to get 1 and 1. But if you start getting it lopsided, it might create some sort of price increase. Imagine that if there was a run on that. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to promote it, but imagine that. Let's see. Let's go back up a little bit. I got to see some more people in the comments. Please comment. I like the comments. Mr. Blue says, "Happy Sunday, Mrs. Spegtacular." That's nice of Mr. Blue. I told Mrs. Spegtacular that I would be doing a live today before anybody else could know because she gave me a little flack. I'm going to be honest and open. She gave me a little flack about not telling her that I was going to go live because that's how random it is. It's literally I go into the showroom and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go do a live. Nobody's going to know about it except for me. Just because at that very, very minute of that day, I was like, hey, I think I'm going to do this. So they are very, very random. Are those silver kilo bars on the bottom? Down here, this is a 100-ounce Scottsdale long bar. This is a 100-ounce Johnson Matthey. This is a 100-ounce Ashai or Ashy bar, however you want to say it. I really don't care. You can say how you, tomato. You can even call it a tomato bar if you'd like to. This is a 100-ounce Nadir bar. There is a 100-ounce Wolverine bar right here on my finger. There is another 100-ounce Johnson Matthey, kind of a poured bar here. And there is a pressed Johnson Matthey right here by my finger. And there is a 100-ounce Pyromet bar, as you can hear right here. Are these my only 100-ounce bars? No. I actually have a video of almost all of my 100-ounce bars. And I say almost because I added to it since that video. But that video is on the channel, and you are more than welcome to go look at that. I would like for you to go look. Let's see. Steven Gatto. Hey, Speg. Good info and chat. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate you. Mike says, things are going great, Speg. I may be going to Israel in November of next year. Wow. Across the seas. Well, good for you, man. Israel. Interesting. Place that might have, helped start it all, biblically, if you, believe that sort of thing, which I do. So that's interesting. How's the health, Mike? You still in good health? You doing well? What else do I got? White Ravens from China. Oh, no. I'm sorry, White Raven. Interesting things going on all around the world, huh? Don't worry. Just don't listen to the news, right? I mean, it's going on everywhere, here and there. It's all kinds of weird. Dave says, love your coin guy videos. These run about an hour. How much time do you actually spend in the shot? When I do the coin guy videos, these days especially, due to my time constraints that I have going on in my real life and not trying to take up too much time, I really don't edit them. I might edit out small little tiny pieces like when he answers the phone or somebody jumps in the shop or something like that. And less of that now than in the past, because we do the show after hours. It's pretty much like, hey, you ready to film? Yeah? Okay, go. And then we go. I want it to be as little edited as possible, just because that's how it feels when you go into a shop, right? You say things. Maybe you say things that aren't, correct politically, or you say things that are just a little bit odd, or you mess up on your speech or whatever. That's how we communicate. It's not all glitz and glam like when you go to Instagram or you're on Facebook and you see that, Instagram model, or you see, some perfect shot, some still shot of, in the forest somewhere where everything's just so serene and perfect. No, it's all messed up, None of us wear makeup, all day and every day, when we're just out and about talking and chit-chatting. That's what it's all about, man. We're just in our natural environment right there. So hopefully that answers your question in a long-winded way. What else? Modster. I got to say it right. I'm sorry. Not Modster. Modzister. Shipping is quick for the free sub. Shipping getting mine tomorrow already. Nice. Yeah, it does seem like it's automatically hitting your credit card. As long as there's no credit card bumps or bruises, it just comes right to you. So that is wonderful, isn't it? Let's see. Mrs. Spegtacular says, don't forget to show Spegtacular some love and click that like button. Maybe it's called a love button today. Yeah, click the love button, which is basically a little thumbs up symbol. And I think that it does something as far as the algorithm goes on YouTube. As far as I've been on YouTube, I don't really know how that works yet. I've been trolling around on YouTube since 2008. I've created this channel since then. I've never changed the name or anything like that. People accuse me of that. It's always been Spegtacular. I don't have the mental wherewithal to change the name, or I don't care to. It's Spegtacular. That's the name I chose. That's the name it's kept. It's been about coins and precious metals ever since I started making videos, which I believe my first videos were 8 or 9 years ago. So if it's not 9, it's going on to the 9 years. And that's that. So there you go. Silver Wolverine in the house. Let's see. Can't wait to get my Proof Morgan and Peace. Also my 2023 American Liberty Gold coin. Oh, I'm glad you got that. Well, here, Wolverine, I got something for you right there. What does that say on the screen? Can you guys read that? There you go. That was for you. That was a little bonus for you coming in. How about that? There you go. Yeah, I believe that my 2023 high relief American Liberty gold coin will be coming in Monday. As long as the tracking holds up to its end of the bargain, I think we should be good on that. So, when I get time, I'll make a video on that. If you guys don't mind, you'd like to see it unboxed. If you didn't get one, then you can see it through my eyes. If you did get one, then shoot, maybe you want to see it through my eyes and then see it through yours and see if they add up together. And we can compare and contrast and see which one has a better look overall. If there's any kind of issues on one or the other, we can kind of talk about that. I think that's important, right, as hobbyists. Jim Thompson, I've been putting all my coin money into 2013 items for my granddaughter's birth year set. Oh, I got a split situation there. I got a daughter in 2012 and a daughter in 2014. So I got stuff to put away there too on my end. But that's cool that you're doing that. That's cool. Hit the like for this fellow. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, Nath. What else? Got to fill in the wife. Yep. Got to let her know. Got to let her know. Guaranteed work when you feel like it. Yeah, when I feel like it. That's the thing, right? I work too much, I think, as it is. I was thinking the other day, I was like, have I had an actual true day off in a long time? Where I haven't done anything related to any kind of job that I have. And the answer was a strong no in my mind. I have not just taken a peaceful, complete day off. I've always done something. So I'm still of that 80s mindset. I haven't got to the 2000 mindset yet where just, you don't want to work ever. I just want to bang on these drums all day, right? I don't want to work. Let's see. Eric says, my proof Morgan arrived yesterday. The piece is still in transit. Oh, that's weird. And you subscribed, Eric? And you have half of it coming? That's weird too, right? I subscribed. I got, to both the piece and the Morgan, and it came in 2 packages. Why do they do that? Why? I mean, I think, well, you know why they do it? Because it's government. That's why they do it. You or I, for a fact that we've seen that somebody was ordering 2 and it was different ones. We would say, hey, let's put them together. Put them together. And they're both from the San Francisco Mint, right? I mean, what are we doing here? I don't get it. Well, I don't get it. How long have I been stacking? Secretly, unknowingly, I was stacking all my life, Matthew, because my mom had put the little coin set together for me and stuff, and I really didn't understand what it was and all this, but I had it. I just like the looks of coins once in a while. So I guess it's been going all my life. But seriously, as like an adult, it's got to be around a decade now, if not a little longer. I kind of started doing it with all my little extra monies here and there from work. And it was hard because, as a new father and stuff, you spend a lot of extra money you didn't really realize you're going to spend. But at the time, I would take $100, $200 here and there when I could and go over to a pawn shop or go to a flea market, whatever the case may be, and buy some coins. I bought many pounds of wheat cents and things like that. And then I would buy some silver here and there too, start my little stacking journey officially, I think more officially then. And then, when I started getting on coin forums and stuff, I think I put a name to it. I liked stacking. I liked holding on to silver before I knew what I was doing, officially, let's say that. But then I started putting stuff away and I started realizing, oh, shoot, I'm not unique in this. I have not just discovered that holding silver is a great idea. I'm a stacker now. So I had an official name once I had discovered that there was a name behind it. So there you go, another long-winded thing. Why can't the U.S. men ship them all together, right, Eric? That's what I was thinking. Unbelievable. Great health, Speg. Oh, good, Mike. Thanks for letting us know about that, man. Coup in Africa, pairs and riots. Well, Africa's on their own right now, right? Aren't they part of the new organization there? So Africa can figure it out. Let's see. Got my whatnot package in, had full unboxing. Well, I'm glad it got in, man. I ship out quick, real quick. Smash the like button, says Blue. I appreciate that. Coin Guy is cool. Coin Guy for 2024. Yeah, I think we would just all get coins directly to our doors, right? That's what he knows. He'd be like, oh, yep, coins to your door. Everybody, for free. Instead of a stimulus, you just get coins to your door. HC, appreciate the individual commemorative videos. Yeah, I'm happy to do those. I think it's really important to do those commemoratives individually because it gives everyone a little bit more respect instead of just me putting them all out on the floor and going like, hey, look at every single one. There you go. I got to go now. So I get to tell a little story about there. And the story's not mine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to plagiarize saying that I created the story behind all the coins. You can't do that. You have to actually read from a book and read from history. If I'm not reading from a book, I'm reading from an online source or something like that. So Everybody that made those coins now is most likely dead, and the times those coins were out to the public for the early part of those, the people now are dead. So you got to read about it. And so I want to bring the information that I got out of like the Red Book of Coins because it's a great resource. And if I find some little tidbits here and there beyond the Red Book, I will definitely send those along. But yeah, I agree with you. I think it's important to do them one by one so they get a little bit more appreciation. And thanks for noticing. American Stacker, what's up? What's up? Silver Wolverine loves a bonus. Well, there you go. I gave it to you. There's a person on Whatnot with a similar name like yours. Oh, I'm sure. I saw somebody on Whatnot that, is now the coin guy, and it's just whatever, There's only one of me, and just make sure you follow just the one of me, which is me, because me is the one that ships to you super quick. Until I get bored of Whatnot and decide to do something else, because I can't be tied down to something for too long, I got to keep on moving. Like, same thing with my collection. You've seen my YouTube videos. I mean, my collection is all over the place because my mind goes ping pong ball around a room at 100 miles an hour. I got to keep it moving. I got to keep myself interested in what I do. And so, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't entirely love the selling game. I love the holding game. I have no real purpose or reason to sell. But it is what it is. Whatnot kind of reached out and said, hey, we could use some sellers that are familiar with how to sell and stuff to try to build this thing up. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll do that for a little bit. We'll see how that goes. It's actually a really good, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be negative on it. It's a really good platform. It's really, really good. In fact, Mrs. Spegtacular, if you're still listening, put my Whatnot follow link if you can. Actually, I could probably do that right now. Let's see if I can do that. If you guys really do want a good, place, just be careful, but don't be buying from just any old person. Do a little research on the person first, which is just go watch how they do things, because some people are trying to get you into like the mystery bags, which is them trying to pawn off their junk to you at a really expensive price. I would stay away from that stuff personally. I'll put it in the chat right here. There you go. And I'll put it in the description too, in case anybody comes in later, doesn't see the chat box. They can go down to the description of the video and they can look at it. I don't know if I can edit that in now. Yeah, I can't. But I'll have it in the description, the little Whatnot link. But that's for, if you join my Whatnot, you'll get like a $15 credit to your first purchase, as long as you haven't been signed up before. And so, like, I was selling silver the other day for like $22, $23, an ounce for some pieces, not all pieces, but some pieces. And so you're getting silver for half price, well under spot if you want to go that route. And there's also giveaways you can participate with for free. I give away, I don't know, many ounces of silver so far and other things. So if not anything, just go for the free stuff. Why not? Anyways, let's keep it going. This is a show about nothing. It means nothing. It's just all over the place. Let's see. 2012, Year of the Dragons. Yeah. That's weird. His piece came in, but he's waiting on his Morgan, says West Texas Oil Man. Got both proofs. They're beautiful. I'm glad that you liked yours. Where are we at? Where are we at on the chat? Oh, Joseph Jones. Look at Joseph Jones. Not only does he have a wrench, but he's using his new poker chip emoji. Fantastic. Which is the blue poker chip, by the way. Yeah, no big deal. $20 makes you holler, huh? United States of America. Thought they came out pretty cool. And they sound good. Sound real good. Any more into the chat? Let's see. Always great content, says Josh. Well, thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. Some content's okay. Some, content stinks. Some content's pretty good. I mean, got to have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, right? It can't all be gold. Has to be some silver, some copper, and some that's carved out of stone, etched. Let's just say etched out of stone. I love the commems. I want the Diamond Jubilee. Oh, the California? Yeah, that's a pretty one, right? Let's see. They were suction ring on the uncirculated. Oh, we say where they pick them up with a little suction cup and they got the little ring on them. I noticed the ring kind of on my peace dollar, the uncirculated peace dollar, and it just makes it to where it looks like it has a weird toning to it. So, not in love with that. I did it. Yeah, I don't think you could have done it, right? I don't know how that works. I'll pin it. Again, Whatnot, I really recommend that you go there. I'm saying that, I don't know if I'm going to be doing it forever just because I'm not a lover of selling my silver and gold. I had somebody, and I'm not trying to bash that person, but they committed to buying a 10th ounce of gold that I put on the screen. It was a Krugerrand, 10th ounce Krugerrand. They bought it for $205, which I thought was an amazing price. But unfortunately, their credit card or however they set up their account, it did not go through. So they could not finalize the purchase on Whatnot. And so they were like, hey, it's really embarrassing for me, but I'm sorry. Can you put that Krugerrand back? I can't buy it. I'm like, listen, man, like, you do not have to be sorry with me that I get to take a Krugerrand and put it back in my stack, a gold Krugerrand, especially when I sold it for $205 trying to help out the community. I said, I have no problem putting that right on back. There is no need for me to sell. I was doing it just to kind of participate in Whatnot, and kind of help out people, and help Whatnot out a little bit, trying to have a seller that knows what he's doing on there. And I was like, this is not a problem for me. Put it right back in the old stack. That was actually all right by me. Mike Brewer still has not used the $15 credit. Mike, what are you waiting for, man? Just go on there whenever, Mike, to anybody. It doesn't have to be to me at all, Mike, by the way. It could be to anybody. Go on there, find somebody who's selling a ounce of silver for, I don't know, 25 bucks, and then just buy it, right? You're going to have to pay for shipping. It's like $4 or $5, whatever it is, and you get silver below spot. I mean, it's that easy. It's that easy. There is no science behind it, man. You just sign up. And then, if you like it, you keep going. If you don't, hey, you got silver below spot. Not a bad gig. Back in the day, all these people used to give silver at spot, but it's nice to get silver below spot. Hey, if the wife is listening, could you help me out real quick? I got a request. This coffee is about half empty or half full, depending on how you feel in the day. And I could use it to be a little bit fuller just so we can get that heat back to it, if we could. Here's my own custom design mug that I made. No big deal. Have you guys seen this? Because that's what I do now. I custom design things. Who came in? Charles came in? Oh, Charles is in charge. What's up, Charles? How's it going? John says, I wanted to buy the 5-pound copper cube, but they were sold out. Really? The from Liberty Copper over here, this little company? Hold on, this place? They were sold out of the 5-pound cube? Oh, man, that's not good. Thank you, babe. Appreciate you. Just taking my coffee right now to go fill her up. I'll have to, because I have them kind of on the line. I can kind of reach out to them and be like, hey, my people need some more of these cubes. This is a great little paperweight right here, by the way. Or whatever you want to weigh down. You want to weigh down poker chips? This thing is really cool. 5 pounds of copper. Yeah, this is not like some kind of big investment or whatever. This is just stuff that's cool to sit there on your desk. I got all kinds of stuff from them too. I went a little nuts. I got this big old thing. Look at this. This is cool. Just sit this on your old table there or whatever. I got a 50 BMG sized. No big deal. Look at that thing. What else do I got? Let me show you a couple of little pieces. I got these. These are just 1 pound of coppers. These are cool. Nice and thin. Fantastic. Oh, thank you. Look at that. Came to save the day with the coffee. Completely full now. Oh, yeah. And what else? I know I got some more copper pieces from them. I got a 10-pound copper bar over there. I can't really get to that right now. I have these little 1 ounce piece, little 1 ounce pieces that I got. Little 1 ounce rounds. No big deal. I got some smaller little pieces. I'm just going copper crazy right now, just showing you guys. Whoop, upside down though. There's some nice stuff. Nice stuff, I think. I know I got more too. It's just, oh, and I got these. For no reason, I decided to get some titanium because titanium's kind of neat. So look at that, little titanium. You can sort of see me right there in the background. See? Let's do a little bit of that. little bit of that, little head movement, because I'm listening to the cassette that is in here. But you got to be careful because remember what happens if you mess with the cassette too much and the little ribbon starts to get out of the wheels there. Woo! What a mess. I remember walking to the bus stop, and this area of the bus stop was a long grassy patch, and I used to see ribbon of cassette tapes just strewn about all the time. It's like people were sitting there driving their car because it was right next to a road. They'd be driving their car and like I guess the ribbon would come off or whatever, or the tape would scratch or skip, and they try to like fix it probably themselves, try to roll their little finger into it. And they couldn't do it. Ribbon came out, so they just decided to chuck it, and it would just make this, it'd catch onto a tree, and it'd flow into the wind, and it'd be ribbon everywhere. Oh, man, the 90s, huh? Good times. Good times. What else are we talking about? What else do you guys got in the chat here? Let me keep going. A badge, okay. Mystery bag sucks. $60 and buy a 1964 quarter. Yeah, and just to be able to say that I can prove that that was not good, I went ahead and got a couple of the mystery things too, just to see what these people and whatnot were doing. And it was that. It was, $50 or whatever, and I was buying basically an ounce of silver or something. There's a chance that you can get something bigger, but I would personally recommend if you're on like Instagram or Facebook and they do those games or whatever where there's like a 50-50 chance, it's, head to head, or there's the satellite where you get in there and then you get to the 10 spots and then you go to the next and you have a chance to win. Forget that, man. Do yourself a favor and just buy it. Just buy whatever you're looking for. And if you don't have the money for it, don't take a chance on some, little piece of it. I could get this maybe if I spend $50 now, I could get a $500 piece. No, just save up your money and get it when you have it. That's the best way to do it. Because what's going to happen ultimately? Eventually, you are going to win. I mean, statistically, eventually you will win one of those. And then you'll be hooked. You're going to be line and sinkered on that thing, and you're going to want to keep doing it, and it's just going to drag you down, and your stack is not going to look as good as if you just saved up, had the money, and bought it. So that's my piece on the mystery stuff or the games. I would recommend not doing it. And realistically, and not to be like a narc, but those games are actually not usually allowed or even legal sometimes in the state you're in, but you can't police everything, and neither can those social media places, so they just kind of like let it ride. But it's not a good idea, I don't think, personally. And that's my rant on that. Auction off that JM silver bar. Which one? I'll do it right now, HVAC. Which one do you want me to auction off? This one back here, the pressed, or this one? You want this one? All right, I'm going to auction it off. Starting bid is $5,500 to HVAC, going once. $5,500 going twice to HVAC, $5,500. Nobody is a higher bidder. HVAC, you get it. Go ahead and PayPal me the money, sir. You are committed to buy at this point. Thank you very much, HVAC. I appreciate your, coming into this auction. Thank you so much. What percent does Whatnot take from sellers? So on most things, I think it's like similar to like how eBay takes. And on the precious metals and the coins, they reduced the price that they take. I think it's like a 4% because they realize the margins are so slim on some of that stuff. So they're happy to take less. And usually those kind of sellers end up moving products more and faster anyway. So I think they were benefiting from kind of the quantity. So I'm pretty sure it's 4% for people doing coins and metals. But everything else is just like eBay. Or at least very close to what eBay is. 2023 Red Books, $4.95 at Ollie's. Well, there you go. I usually go to I have a Books A Million close to me, and I just go there and get their older Red Books. And I got them strewn out throughout the house, depending on what room I'm in. I got a 2014 that's in one bathroom. I got a 2012 in another bathroom. I think I got a 2016 in here somewhere. Just about every room now has a Red Book because you never know where you're going to be, right? Never know where you're going to be. And for the most part, I don't care about the new modern stuff. I mean, I care about the old classic stuff. At a glance, it's just so much easier just to have the book out. And I really don't care about the pricing in there, so I don't need something totally up to date usually. I just need the information at a glance. It's all science, says Count Derpula. It's all science. Do I collect any types of U.S. paper money? Yes, I do. Of course. I don't have a great collection. I'll show you a piece that I have right here at a glance. Hold up. And then maybe I'll show you something special too, because why not? Whoa, don't drop. Don't drop. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here's a little piece right here at a glance, little wood chopper. One of my more favorite pieces. Here's my thing, right? With some of these things, and I was the same way when I started collecting Morgan dollars. It's nice to have a piece that's just never been touched, that you just, man, right from, the presses right to your hands. That's nice for sure. But to see a piece that has survived like this, it means that it wasn't just socked away somewhere or kept under a book and, like a nice little cupboard somewhere. This right here was used many times. It was in somebody's pocket who's now dead. And it's like, man, the story this thing right here is telling silently is amazing to me. And that's what I love about numismatics. Paper money is just part of, the game. And seeing something that's been used and out there in circulation is why I love the classic stuff way more than the modern stuff. Not that I hate the modern stuff. Don't get me wrong. Don't put words in my mouth now. Everybody does that. It's just, I love that classic stuff because it's been used. It had a purpose and it was to be used. So yeah, I have that. I'll show you this. I think I've showed this off before. Let me try to get to it without ruining my entire display here. Oh my goodness gracious. I think I just did ruin my display. Oh no. That's all right. I can fix it. We can make a comeback. Here's a little piece of colonial note, which I thought was pretty cool. It's a little 10 shillings from 1760. How wild is that, huh? That thing could even survive. Pretty nuts. Pretty crazy. And it's crazy how they had to have these little pieces right here, and they had to actually have them hand signed by all these people to make them official. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then we've seen this before right here. This little, hold on, maybe I can zoom in on it. You guys read that? I'm not going to read it out loud because you know what's going to happen. Old Libby's over there and YouTube are probably going to ban me. So you just read that to yourselves. Read that to yourselves. Anyways. Hey. All right, let me try to put this back in my little display that I think is a little ruined now. Oh, okay. Whew. I was able to slide back in there. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, look what you made me do. Not only have I missed a lot of the chat, but I'm also missing out on this nice warmed up coffee. Now, let's go back to it on both ends. Mystery bags. Yeah, we talked about that. Speg, I got you 205 for that. Oh, that Krugerrand. Nope, going right back to the stack. Happy to keep it. Happy to keep it. There's a reason, man. I believe there's a reason why I offered it to the community and it didn't work out. And it goes back to the stack. There's a reason. It deserves to be in the stack now at this point. It's going to stay right there. It's a nice little coin too. It's a nice little pretty coin. 205 for a 10th ounce gold. Hold on, let me go to eBay real quick and just see what a Krugerrand would go for. I believe this was it 80? Hold on, I think it's a 1980. 80, 10th ounce, typing into eBay. Gold, yeah, 10 Krugerrand, let's see. Let's see, well, AppMex has one for sale at the top for 298. Golly, let's go to sold listings and see what they've actually sold for. I see on the top, I see Boyne Exchange sold one for 231. And let's see, there's a 232, 239. Here's a 216, that's pretty low. So I sold mine for lower than anybody else I'm seeing at the sold listings on eBay. Anybody else in existence right there. And it didn't go through. It went right back to my stack. It'd be like that sometimes, huh? Going back to the chat. West Texas says, I will tell you guys I got my best deals on whatnot from this guy. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And listen, it's an auction, so anything can happen. I cannot go like, okay, auction, you have to stop at XYZ number. You have to. People are going to pay what they pay, but sometimes you can get some really sweet deals. You can snipe at the end, and it's more controlled too. So like on YouTube auctions that you might be familiar with, the seller will do this little tactic. He's going to put the item up like this. He's going to say, okay, this is up for auction, everybody. Let's start the bidding at $1. And then you see somebody go to $2. He'll sit there and wait he'll wait for 5 minutes if he has to for this to go to $5 before he goes up, sold. You know, five. That's kind of like in his mind. That's what he wanted, right? Well, you or whatnot says, hey, we're on a timer. It's going to be sold at a certain mark no matter what. So it's kind of like kind of cuts out the shenanigans, if you ask me, and on both the buyer and the seller. And actually, funny story about that Krugerrand again. That was the first time I've actually seen somebody not be able to cover the cost of something on whatnot as a seller. So I'm telling you, there's a sign. There's a reason why that went back into my stack. I got to keep it now. I have to. And I think I probably paid more than 205 for it, technically. I can't remember what it was, but gold was a little bit higher at that point. I probably paid more than 205. So I was giving it away for, a loss. Eric says, whatnot and deals don't usually go together. I guess you've missed my whatnot auctions, Eric. That's a shame. Let's see. Joseph says, titanium is weird to the touch. I've had titanium plates in my jaw for over 21 years, and your video on titanium made me buy a bar to feel it for myself outside of my body. There is something weird behind it. I can't quite put my finger on it. And of course, I'm touching like a smoother version of titanium. I'm going to fingerprint this thing all up. But it has, I don't know how to explain it. It has like almost a slimy feeling to it almost, but it doesn't go onto your hands, right? It has that feeling. And then here's 1 pound. Although it's 1 pound, and if I had like this bar right here of copper, it's thinner at 1 pound. So you can see the difference in weight, how it distributes, right? So 1 pound of titanium right here versus 1 pound of copper. It feels different, man. It feels different, has a different weight to it. Kind of crazy. Yeah, titanium. Lightweight, very strong too, right? I'm sure it's stronger than copper. It's got to be. And copper is a pretty strong metal. Don't let people fool you. I've melted silver and copper, and silver is so soft in comparison to copper. And silver's not incredibly soft by all metals means, but compared to copper, copper takes a beating, a serious beating. I tell you what. A couple times, like, where's my piece at? Oh, right here. I got this piece. Make a little example here. So, I like to hammer my silver. I'm sure you've seen that. I got 2 pieces here. I got a hammered piece of silver that I've hammered myself. This is hand poured and hand hammered by me. And a hand copper hammered piece. This thing right here almost killed me to hammer. And once I start, I was like, I got to finish, right? I got to keep going. That thing was brutal. It hurts. The hammer bounces back. It's like it's coming back at you. Mach speed. It's rough. Whereas the silver, it almost kind of like digs down into it when you hammer it. It's a whole different ball game, the two. Anyways, that's my story about hammering. Because you guys didn't know it. It was actually hammer time. Stop. Hammer time. Let's see. Jim says, I have a bit of titanium since I worked for Grumman and we were making parts for the F-14. Oh, how crazy is that, Jim? Woo. I used a pencil on my cassette tape. The pencil worked. The little number 2 pencil. I mean, it's got the right kind of shape, right? We can get in there and kind of twist it. I'm back on the comments, by the way. So if you're commenting right meow, just give me a second because I'm trying to get through them here. Austin, what's up, buddy? How's it going? If you ever get into refining silver, you better like copper because you're left with tons of it, LOL. I've never refined. I just, I got plenty of bullion silver that I can get and I own. And I actually have a refinery next to me that gets plenty of copper, So I literally am getting copper for a couple pennies over the spot price. Whereas, it's not like this stuff right here. This stuff is more for show because the price you pay right here is way more. Like it's like $3 for this piece, right? $2 or $3, probably 2 for one of these pieces. Where this is 1 ounce and copper is sold by the pound. So you're talking you should be paying only, it's a little bit less than $4 now for a pound of copper. So I get it close to that regular spot price. since I'm close to that refinery, which is great. We're great if I want to go ahead and melt copper. But unfortunately, people don't understand that just because I melted it into something doesn't mean I'm going to sell it for the spot price. Because once you form it into something, it's a whole lot of work, dude. Whole lot of work. So there's a big old chunk of copper that I melted out. And I formed into this big old tube. I think this thing is cool. It's cool how it comes out too. Oh my gosh, putting it back. Oh, okay. Whew. Can't wait to get to the hospital. Can't wait. Oh, you're in the hospital, Austin? No, man. What are you in the hospital for, Austin? What's going on? You okay? Or are you just working? What's going on? I heard last night Whatnot are changing mystery bag rules. Are they? What's the new rules now? Do you have to have a certain dollar amount in there versus what price you're charging? Because that would be a good rule. That would be excellent. A minimum of $50 floor. Well, then, you know, if you don't change, so if you have a floor, which is like the minimum reward, right? That's a floor. The minimum dollar amount he's saying is $50. If you don't have a rule saying like the floor is $50 minimum, but the least amount that you have to pay is only like $5 over that, you know, to make that floor purchase, or $10, whatever the case may be, you need to set a minimum above the floor as your payment. Otherwise, shenanigans are going to happen, I think. Let's see. Did HVAC ever pay for that thing, Joseph Jones? We need to confirm that, right? HVAC owes me $5,500 for that 100-ounce bar. It is what it is. Sealed 64 proof sets are fun when you score an accented hair. There's a lot of little secret scores in the hobby, right? Little secret varieties and stuff out there that if you are just a collector and then you know about some of those varieties, man, you can really, really turn over some money, potentially. Which is good. I mean, it's good to get one of those variety books, or 2 or 3 or 4 of them. Austin says, I'm too broke to gamble on the Whatnot games. I enjoy learning and watching the cool coins and bullion run. Well, just, you know, the games are not every single Whatnot seller. I refuse to do the games. I did some Whatnot, like some mystery bags on my very first Whatnot thing, but they were really, really good mystery bags. I'll say that. I ended up, you know, losing money on those right there just to get some good bags out there, just for fun. I'm doing a little better, Mrs. Spag. Thank you. My health just isn't very good. Oh, poor Austin. Come on, man. Get your health back. That's important. Know what solution to use to tone silver without using eggs. So I don't recommend doing it to coins, but if you just want to tone like bullion stuff, liver of sulfur works. You can go to Amazon and get some like sulfur in a little bottle, pretty cheap. I think it's like, I don't know, maybe $10 or something, and that'll do it. I've had this little piece of silver. This is interesting, I think. I find this so fascinating, I refuse to move it. This has been on my shelf for a while now. Hopefully you can see this. So it's a Canadian piece on top of, what is this? A little American Reserve piece, right? So a bullion piece on top of, with a coin on top. And look what happened. I just been sitting it there. Isn't that wild? I'm not a smoker or anything like that. One thing is really not toning. The coin is not toning that much, but this piece is toning right around the coin. I found that to be so stinking interesting that I keep it just like that on my desk. I don't want to move it. Anyways, gotta put it back. Oh. Okay, it's back. It's back. Weird, huh? So just keep something out there in the open long enough and bada bang. Maybe there's a lot of sulfur in this room. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have some onions and you can't help yourself. Sulfur gets out. It is what it is. That's between you guys and me, though. Let's not talk about that. Let's keep that secret. In the olden days, dealers would buy the blue book and sell by the red book. But now those prices are really no good. They kind of go by the gray sheet, market review. That's kind of the gray sheet thing now, right? That's what we all do. And you pay for gray sheets. I tell you what, if you're a dealer, you want a gray sheet, you are paying good money for those. Whew. Let's see. Great time to buy on the dip. I agree. When people aren't talking about silver or they're being negative on it, that's the best time to buy. So make sure you do it. Fractionals are cool as well. Well, you're cool too, Eric, I think. Beth is here. Hey, Beth. All right, now I'm whizzing through these comments. Yes. Do you think the U.S. Mint will make fractional buffaloes? I don't know. We'd all like that, though, wouldn't we? I would like that. Absolutely. I mean, we made the small buffalo in gold before, little commemorative pieces, but I think they need to make them more like how the Mexican Mint does, like the 20th of an ounce, the 10th of an ounce, a quarter, you know, more like how the Eagles for the United States has all their fractionals down to a 10th ounce. I think that we need to kind of go with that for the buffalo once or twice, just to get it out there. I think that'd be super popular, big time. But that's me being just a person like you on the outside, talking about what we would like to see. The United States Mint does not care what we would like to see. They just care about what they want to put out. And that's one of my negative things I have to say about the United States Mint, is I don't believe that they totally understand the views of the collectors. You know, it is what it is. People don't believe gold and silver can go to $0. It's not going to go to $0 unless we're in the times of, you know, God coming back down to the earth and pretty much wiping us away, and then it's going to go to zero. It makes no sense at all for it to go to $0, PM Galleria, especially since it's such a industrial metal, both of them. It's not going to go to $0. It doesn't make any sense. But when the earth is ending, apparently people will be throwing their gold and silver into the streets as waste. So, but we'll never know when the world is going to end, because in the Bible it says it will come like a thief in the night. We won't have any idea when it's going to happen. Nobody will know. There will be no fortune teller, be no prophets telling us. A thief in the night. And that's my biblical rant here on a Sunday for you. Dave says, I have a 10th ounce buffalo round, so I think they do make fractional buffaloes. Yeah, they had those little commemorative pieces, and they were pretty cool, but man, they're expensive. You're not going to be able to stack those. They're just really just collector's pieces, and they have a huge premium on those. You just made me make a coffee as well. Oh, sorry, Raymond. You needed coffee, didn't you? My bad. We all do. We all do. PDX, what's up, man? There are real and artificial and antique. Red silver? Red silver? What are you talking about? My Krugerrand is one of my favorite pieces. 10th ounce Krugerrand or a 1 ounce? What are we talking? I don't love the coin particularly, the Krugerrand. I'm not totally in love with it as I am with other coins. I think I have like, I don't know, a bunch of other 10th ounce pieces that look way better than the Krugerrand does, in my opinion, but we can probably see those. You want to see those? Hold on a second. Stand by. Let's see some 10th ounce pieces. If I can find them. Let's see if I can identify some 10th ounce pieces that are better looking than the Krugerrand. Let's go. Hold on. Oh, gracious. All right. Make a mess right here. So, 10th ounce. Maple, way better looking than the Krugerrand, right? Can you see that? Hold on. There we go. As far as 10th ounce gold goes, that is a way better looking piece. What else? Even our eagle, to me, looks way better than the Krugerrand does. Look at that old eagle, too. Old back date right there with the Roman numeral date. Woohoo! Pretty. So those look way better. What else do I got? You know what? I'm even going on a limb right here. I'm going to say the new 10th ounce gold eagles look better. I'm going to say it than the Krugerrand. And that's just my opinion. You can have your own. Even the Britannias, man. The Britannias look actually fantastic. That's a fantastic looking coin. Look at all the lines in that little tiny thing. How do they do that? It's such a small little coin. Crazy. What else do I got? Hold up. I'm looking. Got a lot of eagles in here. Maple. Another Britannia. There's a Krugerrand. Not that it's a terrible looking coin. Don't get me wrong. I'm just not in love with it. Not totally in love. I don't know. Anyways, that's my story about 10 pounds. I think there's a few others out there that are a little bit cooler looking. And by few others, I mean like a heavy majority. Let's keep going. Hey, Speg, just saying hi at the card club playing poker. What kind of poker there, Nick Anderson? You playing Texas Hold'em? What's our game at the card club? Steven says, where's your signature on them? What are we talking about? The poker chips? Is that what you're talking about? Because on the poker chips, I just sign some once in a while, you know, for like kind of like the auctions and stuff. It is what it is, just to kind of keep things spicy. But most of them I'm not signing because it's more fun to do this and not have to worry about you wearing off a signature, I think. On the pounded silver? Oh, it's on there. You didn't see it? It's right there, bro. Look at that. See? Spectacular. Silver stacular. That's me, man. Look at all those skull and crossbones. That's some real pirate stuff right there. Look at that. Would you look at it? I mean, would you look at it? Would you look at it, though? Look at it. Would you look at it? You can't not look at it. It's filling the whole screen right now. Would you look at it? Oh, the hammerness. Such hammer. Oh. Oh, yeah. Much color. Look at it. Ooh-wee. What's the back looking like? It's hammered too on the back? No way. That little guy? That little guy? Don't worry about that little guy. This is what you want to focus on. You're getting sleepy right now. So sleepy. You just want to take your afternoon nap. Little afternoon nap time. That's my favorite thing I do as an adult, is take my little afternoon nap. Hoo-wee. You just lay right there on the couch, put a pillow over your head, not to suffocate yourself, but just to block out the light and some of the sound from the kids just going around screaming and yelling. And you get your little afternoon nap. Would you look at that? Would you look at, and the signs are hammered too? Get out of town. Who does that? This guy does that. Because I do way too much to my silver. I spend way too much time on every single piece for absolutely no reason. Ooh, it's a 5.7. 5.7 by 28, huh? Interesting. Anyways, that's that. You've been hypnotized. And you keep it up and you'll be blinded by science. And next. Suli Moody says, hi, Spegtacular. Thanks for great content. Today I bought some silver rounds. Added to the stack after 2 months. Good time to buy. Where'd you buy the silver rounds from? You don't have any local places open, right? So you had to go online? Some super crazy good deals online right now. I tell you what, man, it's all over the place good deals. If you guys are silver stackers and you're pausing at this time right now and not taking opportunities, I don't understand it. I don't understand. I finally bought eagles again. I was like, hey, I can fly with those eagles again. It's not so terribly expensive right now. Oh, okay, Austin Wallace. He says, I'm chronically sick with some pretty bad health issues. It's not treatable, so I land in the hospital a lot, just praying that a miracle happens and I get better one day. Well, keep praying, because in the Bible, Jesus did make miracles happen. God was a miracle worker too. If you truly believe, and, you know, that can totally happen. But at the end of the day, there is one thing that God wants you to do above all else, and I think you know what that is. So that's what's most important, right? Beyond any kind of miracles that they can work, there's one ultimate goal. Gray Sheet is worth the investment. If you're a seller, it's definitely worth the investment, Slayer Stacker. If you're not a seller, there's really not a great purpose to have it, right? There's not a need. Yeah, GS are $40 a copy outside of the subscription. Yeah, I went to a large coin show, and the Gray Sheet company was sitting there, and I said, oh, cool, Gray Sheet, I'd like to have one of those just to see what the dealers, are looking at. And they said, oh, it's going to be this much money. And I said, okay, I'll just take my free market review. That's good enough for me. That's fine. That's okay. Red, silver. Okay, you just gave me deja vu. You've shown those two coins together before and the toning. Which two coins did I show? Dude, my mind is elsewhere right now. I just forgot which two coins I showed. Oh, yeah, I've showed those before. Yep, the coin and the round. Yes, that's why you confused me. You said two coins. Obviously, one is a round, red, silver. You had me so confused. All right, does the copper and the silver coins help the toning to exist? Absolutely it does. It changes the way it tones. Also, if you... big thing I think that also helps with the toning is the way it was minted. So you have something that was minted, let's call it loosely, has a lot of pitting or holes in the, and you probably won't see them with the naked eye, but they exist. If it's almost like a, not a real serious pressed, it'll change the way it tones compared to something that's more firmly pressed. So things that tend to have a lot of holes and let's call it traps for different amounts of sulfur and other little things going on in the air can cause the toning to definitely be a little bit more intense, in my humble experience. Gold and silver can't go to zero, says Montarni. Monetarni? I'm trying my best there on the name. I'm trying my best. Austin Wallace says, John, yes, copper composition has an effect on the silver toning. 999 silver tones differently than 90% and 925 and 8. Well, I mean, like, you know, we can look at the coins sitting on my desk right now. Most have been there for any amount of time. You just saw that one that I showed. Let me show another one that's sitting on my desk out in the open. Well, this is from Haley-Bug. Here's a one that's already antiqued, but it's not really toning any more than the antique from it. What else do I got sitting on the desk? I have this. What is this? Hold up. Stand by. Here is this is a sterling piece, and this is a very, very light kind of brown to it, right? Very light toning compared to that really dark toning on that piece that we just saw earlier. What else? What is this? This looks like an eagle or something. Nope, this is a peace dollar. So a peace dollar has been sitting on the desk. That's as far as this thing is toned. Really not, right? It stays pretty bright. And it's just been sitting there right next to those other pieces that have toned. So it's, you know, different things are going to tone differently. It's weird. Very weird. Oil went below zero. Also, anything priced in USD can be denominated in any price, handler's choice. PM Gallery, I know you're trying to make an argument there, but it cannot go below. It's something that's used a little differently. It's not something that's stocked in excess that they can end up, you know, selling it for under or zero. It's not how that thing completely works. No one will know the end of the time, even the angels in the heaven come like a thief in the night, right, John? That's what it says. That's the word. Raymond says, my favorite bullion gold coin was the Queen's Beast Completer coin, was only a 1-year issue from the Royal Mint. Apparently those, if you look at the gold coin, those Queen Beast Completers, Raymond, those right there have a significant premium on them. I mean, like a huge premium on eBay sold listings. So if you got yourself 1, 10, or 15 of those, man, you did really good on those. That was a sleeper hit. I guess they really couldn't sell them because if you were getting the completer coin, that meant you probably had the entire set, right? And a lot of people were going, oh, I like this, I like that one, I like this one. They didn't get the whole thing. So what's the point of getting the completer if you don't get the whole thing? So unfortunately, they missed out on a real opportunity with that completer coin. Real big flip potential. Spectacular. Show some pre-33 gold. Love the pre-33s. I did, man. I did. On a video, actually, where I showed you the box of some of my pre-33s. You saw that video, right? A box of gold, I think it was called. Oh, man, it's going to be tough. I'm going to try my best. All right. Isa von Rosenberg. I prefer to buy raw coins than in slab. How about you? Watching from Switzerland. It's, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It depends on what I'm buying. If I'm getting something that has a decent numismatic value or it has some sort of history that I'm trying to pinpoint and collect for that reason, then I want to get it slabbed. Like, for instance, real quick example is a shipwreck coin. You can get a shipwreck coin that people say is from El Cazador. Let's use that one real quick. And maybe it is. Most, could very well be. But when you get it slabbed, it's kind of official on there, right? They have some sort of documentation that came with the coin from the people that excavated it, whatever the case may be. And they were like, hey, this is from the El Cazador shipwreck because of, our finding it near the actual shipwreck in the water, blah, blah, blah. You get a little bit more documentation. So in that case, I got to have the slab. Also, coins that are graded are really high grade. I want to officially get another opinion on there. Not just my opinion, not just a seller's opinion. I want an official third-party opinion that's neither the buyer nor the seller, and I want the opinion on that coin. So if I'm getting some really nice classic coin and, I think it might be a high grade, I want the PCGS or NGC to tell me that it's a mint state 66 or 67. I want them to tell me, just because they don't really have skin in the game other than the cost of grading. So sometimes I do need those things to be slabbed so I can get that, that off opinion. But it's nice to have coins that are raw, and there's nothing wrong with that. Those are cool too. It's nice to touch them, right? I guess. Sure. It's up to the stacker. There's a beauty behind getting like a shoebox and pulling out nothing but just raw coins on like little plastic sleeves. There's a beauty behind that. I totally understand it. I've seen it. I like it. I have some raw coins right over here that I keep in like little flips. Let me show you these real quick. I keep all this stuff right there. Just raw and bada bing, and not any kind of slabs per se, but it's also not just completely loose either. I have some of those over there. I have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I like it all, man. But it depends on what I'm really targeting, I guess. Like this right here, I didn't buy this, for the purpose of it being graded or for the purpose of it being raw. Either way, I got this in Steven's Best Loots box that I get monthly, and it was in the slab when it came in that box. I'm not somebody's going to crack it out. That makes no sense to me. Somebody already went through the trouble of grading it, putting it in the slab, giving it their unbiased, quote unquote, unbiased opinion. Why would I break it out? That just, to me, that's a waste of money. Somebody's money. And it adds extra proof and value of staying in there. So I'm going to keep it in there. If you want a proof or a raw version, then go buy a raw version because you wanted a raw version of that coin. There's plenty of them out there. It's 1925. There's plenty of those out there in nice grade too. You can get raw. But I don't think there's any purpose of cracking it out just to be, I cracked it out. I'm not of that mindset personally. Let's see. Keep going. Keep going. I just got my poker chips from you, Speg. I'm so excited now. I just got to get some of your stickers. Austin, worry about your health, man. My stickers and my poker chips will wait. But they are pretty cool poker chips, I will say. Listen, I cannot prove this, Austin, but your health might get better if you had more poker chips and more stickers. I cannot prove that. I cannot confirm or deny, but it might be possible that your health, improves. Can't guarantee it, but it might be. Just saying. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Still waiting on your proofs, man. I can't believe that. I thought everybody was getting them at the same time. George Costanza invented the afternoon nap. Man, I've been taking afternoon naps since I was a kid. I remember going all day to school and then coming home after the school day and going right to that couch, boom, right to sleep for like an hour, hour and a half or so. Ever since I was a kid. I don't know if back in kindergarten, right, we had nap time. Remember that? Anybody had that? I don't know if that just continued, but little afternoon naps just stayed with me, and it feels so good. It feels so good to take that little afternoon nap. Whew. Feeling kind of a little nappy right now, actually, now that we're talking about it. You just need a big enough desk. I need a bigger desk. That's what I need. Oh, I just missed some of the chat, I think. Mike's got to run. Okay, Mike. I just got a good deal last week. I picked up a BU 1952S Franklin half for $8. For $8. That does sound like a good deal. How'd you score that? How did you score that? What's your thoughts on platinum, Speg, as I've just added 2 1-ounce coins to my stack? That's tough, man. That's tough. I think that platinum and palladium both are confusing me right now. Palladium more than platinum. I don't understand why palladium is as low. Well, I know why they say it as low as they are because like electric cars came in and kind of and also COVID really kind of hurt the automobile industry and stuff, and those things are hurting it. But I don't think it hurt it that much. I don't think it should have. I think that palladium's probably going to look for a jump here shortly. And if palladium goes, then platinum is probably going to go with it because I think that they started using platinum more than palladium when it came to catalytic converters as a way to get cheaper. So as one starts to get used more, it's just naturally it's probably going to go up. So I could imagine both shortly going up. But I was actually very surprised when you remember just a couple years back, platinum went down to 700 something. That was shocking. That was very shocking. And you look at the history of palladium, just not too long ago at $3,000, and now it's sitting at what? Was it 13? Hold on, let me look at the price. Let me go to JM Bullion's website. Platinum is at 929, and palladium at 1350. How crazy! Hold on, let me look at this. Can we see this? I want to look at the. I'm on JM Bullion right now. Do they have the history on here? They usually do, right? Here it is. Okay. Palladium. Let's go to all time. So right here in, can you see this? Yeah, you can see it, right? This is in the way. Sorry, move that. Where are we at? We're looking at 2021. May of 2021, we were at a peak for palladium, and it was 2,877. I seem to remember 3,000. I could be wrong. Apparently, the chart is saying I am. I thought I've seen a 3,000 a couple times when I was looking at the thing on my phone. Could be wrong. But pretty high right here, just a couple years ago. And then we're dropping significantly right here. I think we're ready for a breakout to come up here, personally. But I just don't understand why it's... I know why they say again, I just don't understand why it is. And then platinum, let's go to platinum real quick. Where are we at with the all-time on platinum? So platinum, we had a peak over here around 2008. We had a peak on a lot of things in 2008, that's for sure. And then just over here in 2021, we're at 1,200, and now we're coming down again. So here, look at this, 762 over in 2020, 3 years ago. Crazy. So if you were able to get in at 762, but it was hard to find platinum then too at that time. But if you're able to find it, you could have capitalized very shortly after in just 1 year's time. You almost doubled your money on platinum real quick. Problem with platinum too is you got to find a buyer and you got to find a seller of it. Not a lot of people are both on those things. I know that one of the guys close to me, Vermilion, that I've done videos with, he is both a buyer and seller of platinum. I've never sold platinum to him, so I cannot say how he buys it, if he buys it back from spot or if he buys it at spot, I don't know, but usually does pretty good. He does kind of whatever the industry is doing on that kind of stuff. Did you find those megalodon teeth? No, Lenny, I could have, going out over in near Venice Beach, just going a mile out, I could have found some, but no, I bought these ones. Oh, my wife already answered that. I'm glad somebody's paying attention. I'm going way back in the chat. All right, let me go closer to the chat. Oh, he got the Benji from eBay. That's lucky, man. Was it free shipping too on eBay? Because then you really got lucky. Do you feel you're transitioning more out of silver and more towards gold lately, says Aaron? No, if anything, Aaron, reverse that. I feel like I've transitioned more towards silver in 2023. But I do feel that a transition back to gold will be coming soon. But in 2023, it's been a silver year for me, for sure. Because this is a great time, like right now with prices coming down, great time to stack silver, in my opinion. So, you know, gold's pretty high. Does it mean it's not going to go higher? No, I think it's still going to go higher, but I think that it's just a real opportunity right now for the silver. So I've been hitting it hard. I got, hold on. Whoa. What was that? I just scrolled. Okay, here we go. I got chips and stickers and one of your juice lots on Whatnot. Nice, West Texas. Yeah, man. A couple of those got real good too, man. I was able to put a lot of stuff into those piles, so that's awesome. Spectacular. Got to go. Have a good afternoon. Soothie Moody, thanks for coming by. Always appreciate it. I'm getting kind of hungry too, to be honest with you. Maybe I should start heading. Kane Friday's in here. I can't leave yet. Kane Friday. Always great to see you, Kane. Always great to see that you're so quick to come by the videos and leave a comment. It means a lot to me. Don't think it goes unnoticed that you come by just about every video to say, you know, have a good day and stuff. I notice that stuff. I really do. So appreciate it. No, the total, it was 13, but still a great deal. Yeah, still a great deal. Starting to get a little on the edge of being a great deal, though, since it was the shipping, but still good, yeah. Let's see. I think that's about it, right? Did we do everything we said we were going to do? Yeah, we did nothing. That means we did it all. That's fantastic. So now I should plan out what lunch is. That's what I should do. Any suggestions for lunch? I'll take them right now in the chat. Suggestions only, please, for lunch. Please go ahead and put it into the chat at this moment. Just remember, I'm in Florida, so not going to get a lot of koala and stuff. Cane Friday, can't be eating a lot of that over here in Florida. I'm sure there's laws about it by entering a zoo and cooking koalas that they have. So let's try to keep it, you know, Florida friendly if we can. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. Crawfish? No, I can't. I can't do the crustaceans. Let's make some rules here. Can't do koala or anything too exotic. Can't do anything too exotic, and we can't do fish or seafood. Period. Boom. And lake food too, Mr. Red Silver. The alligator tacos. No lake food. I had alligator. What was it, like alligator bites? A couple months back. Whew. I don't know, man. Like I've said before, I'm just gonna stick with chicken. Just gonna stick with chicken. It had a weirdness to it. I don't know. I'm all right. I don't need some kind of weird food. Teriyaki chicken does sound good, Lenny Thompson. Oh yeah. You ever had that, like the hibachi with the teriyaki? You know what I mean? And then you put some of that yummy sauce on there. Mostly, I'd rather just get a whole bottle of the yummy sauce, that white sauce, and just pour it down the gullet. They could just keep the chicken if they'd like to. It's just that white sauce that really is the ticket, I think. Which is probably mayonnaise based. I think it's just all mayonnaise. So if I just go to the store and get a jar of mayonnaise and just eat that alone, that's probably all I need. That's probably good enough. That'll keep me going. Whew. Anyways, there we go. Silver side beef with the silver on there. Okay, I like it. Pasta pizza Sunday. That seems like every day so far this week, Lincoln, to be honest with you. Bacon, sausage, toast, and beans. Okay, so far teriyaki chicken is winning in my mind. That does sound pretty good. Crocodile is like chicken. Steak and eggs. Okay, I do like that. Sunny side up eggs, though, right? We gotta have sunny side up eggs. Roast lamb. I'm not a lover of lamb, man. Can't do the lamb either. I don't know. I'm getting picky now. I'm getting picky. Lamb does not do it for me. It just, ugh. How do people eat lamb? Like in the Bible and stuff, it said all this stuff that people eating lamb and stuff. I was like, that stinks. You guys didn't have cows? Because they taste so much better. So much better. Somebody eat bugs? Not me. No, I'm not eating no bugs. I'm not no bug eater. No. That's your boy Microsoft, man. That's the bug eater. Had a BLT. BLT, that's a strong. Let's give Raphael, man. Let's give him a round of applause. BLT is a strong option. Always a good option, too. Yes. Stuffed artichoke. That's interesting. It does sound good, too. How about a little artichoke spinach dip? That sounds good. Couscous. I do like couscous. Very much. Couscous, I like just plain, too. Just plain couscous. But then maybe like a little bit of the herb stuff on there is fine, too. It's okay. Anyways, listen, we did it. We did a show about nothing. I'll try to do it when I can, like maybe every other week or so. Maybe skip a few, 1, 2, skip a few. We'll see. But so far, I've been pretty consistent about not being consistent with the lives. And I want to consistently keep that going, to be inconsistent. And, statistically and, historically speaking. You know, I've been inconsistently enough to keep you interested, at least this far. And so, you know, statistically and historically speaking, I think you're going to keep going with me, and I appreciate that. And theoretically, you know, I'll keep being consistent from here on in, which is inconsistent. So, that being said, I should go now, and I appreciate you all for being here. Once again, go enjoy your Sundays. Go have some couscous and some bugs and BLTs and steak and eggs and lamb if you want it. Sure, crawfish and crocodile and silverside beef and Greek salads and pasta pizza and whatever, man. What is this? Ceviche and Pulaskavaca, whatever that is, Bart Smart said. I don't know. And bacon sausage, toast, and beans. Why not? Have some teriyaki chicken if you got time. Alligator tacos, who cares, man? Or just regular tacos, it's fine. You know, do you have some beef? It's what's for dinner and or lunch. I gotta go. Appreciate you for watching though. Spegtacular is out.